everyone. Let's go. It's Tina Ballet, and I'm here with a study hall and a captain's vlog. I did start the tube with the granny square, and before I started it, it seemed so what do you call it? Simple term is unfamiliar. It seemed so foreign. That's what I'm looking for. It seemed so foreign to me. And then once I began the I started with 40. No, did I start with 36? Because it's yesterday I was looking at it. I thought it might have been 32 chain stitches foundation, and then I thought it was maybe 36 during the live stream, and then after the live stream I thought it might have been 40, and then or maybe during the live stream I thought it was 40. I don't know. Anyway, after the live stream I thought it was 40, and then I was looking because I was counting the stitches so that I could see, and then it looked like it might have been 48. And then I looked, and then I thought it might have been 52. So I I went with 52 stitches, and that looks the most like the image in the illustration or the photo. So I went with 52, and 52 looks like it'll be like a whatever you want it to be, like it could be leg warmers, it could be arm warmers, I guess. It's a pretty big stitch though, the granny stitch. So I mean, I guess I did start it. It could be something that goes around something. Um right now on my mind is like a scrunchie, because I could use some scrunchies. I don't know why I'm playing. Like I could, but then I'd be thinking that the scrunchie's gonna be too small. But I could use some scrunchies. I actually did make a scrunchie or two for myself. Where they at? Mm-hmm. So I was thinking of making a whole uh hair accessories, like ribbons and bows and flowers and garlands and I don't know what they call lancets, like ties, like hair ties. So yeah, that is on my TBC, to be crocheted. So right now I'm working on the tube, and I'm not exactly at the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I got about uh 2 more rows to get to the size that the photo is. I think it's at like a seven rows in the photo. So yeah, when I started with it, I was like, "Oh, that's what that is in the photo." Like I was looking at that photo, and like I could see it now, but before I began the process of working this tube up in this granny stitch, I thought that thing was closed at the bottom. I thought it was an oval. I thought it was a bag. And then when I started with the stitching, I was like, oh, that's kind of like the inside that I'm looking at. The outside and the inside. The inside I thought was the bottom of the bag, and okay, I got it now. So yeah, the yarn that I'm using is kind of shiny, silky kind of shiny. And I saw somebody making a scrunchie, and I was like, ooh, this yarn would actually do well as a scrunchie because it's a smooth yarn. Now, after I finish this crochet, I will begin my knitting for my jacket. I've kind of slowed down on my progress for my jacket. I've been looking at tapestry crochet. Scrolling, I saw, people's work that they posted, and I saw a beautiful tapestry heart and sign, and I was like Diego from Ice Age, just a bit. I was just a bit like Diego from Ice Age. I want that sign. No, that wasn't Diego, was it? That was Diego's boss. That was Diego's boss. Okay, but I don't see the sign, but I see the heart. I wouldn't have mind the sign, so I went looking to see how to create the sign. And it's like a bee website that I had joined, but I don't remember it like right now. It's called something bracelet where you can get graphs at. I wonder if it's there. I was trying to figure out what that website is. It's called something. I thought it was called bead bracelet, but it's not. It's called something bracelet, I think, where you can get the graphs and utilize them for crocheting. Um, I think Stitch Fix is more like a create it yourself, and the bracelet thing is like there are already things on there, and you can create your own stuff on the bracelet thing too. I don't, yeah, I think Stitch Fix is not Stitch Fix, Stitch Fiddle. I think that's more of a tool. I haven't seen any graphs on Stitch Fiddle, Stitch Fiddle. Stitch Fiddle. I haven't seen any graphs on Stitch Fiddle. I think Stitch Fiddle is just a tool, which I have begun to play with to create the pattern that I would like to recreate. And I got my dip double I got my DC, and I got my chain stitches on there. And I'm like, how do I put it to where there's three DCs in the chain stitch? Well, actually, I would like more than that. But right now, it's um just like one DC up on the stitch, and then I got the other ones like beside it. But if you were to do that, like if you were to follow that, it wouldn't do right. Like I would have to like make a note that those uh DCs around that chain goes into that chain, because looking at the picture, they look like individual DCs except for the one that's on top of the DC, or that's on top of the chain. So yeah, I don't know if that's, yeah, I'm there, so I guess I'll be doing some more studying to see how to get my graph to look like graphs in the books. So with this book, it really gives you practice on um the skills that are in the book. One, two, three. Like it didn't it didn't tell me the actual number. Like you can figure it out. You got creative license. Um and with the items in the photos, it gives you the opportunity to practice each row. So like this tube is like a 2-row repeat. And I'm laughing because I'm speaking the language of patterns now. Like, okay. I'm speaking in pattern terms. Okay. So yes, this pattern is a 2-row repeat. Okay. Okay. So with this item, you don't just do one row and then the second row, because that'll be just one practice of each row. So it tells you it's a 2-row repeat, and so you're gonna build on that. So you're gonna be able to practice both rows a few times uh, when building up on this project. And I noticed that when I after I did row 1 and 2, I was like, oh, okay, so yeah, there's more. So go back to row 1, then row 2. Now I'm back at row 1. Now I'm about to build up going to row 2 because that's the repeat. So what I'm saying is like this book gives you the opportunity to practice that skill along with um, um, the tangling untangling method and chaining measurements of 4. Okay, I'm kind of getting a little, but yeah, like that. It taught you how to calculate and formulate and find the foundation chain number, and then it gives you space and opportunity to figure that out and perhaps even make up your own chain, because in this pattern it doesn't give you a specific amount of chain, it gives you the minimum chain that you could make, and it tells you anything less you might not be able to work into it. And when I worked up the minimum, it wasn't enough. So I'm like, this isn't the photo. um the minimum is not the photo. The photo is like uh at least 40 chains. And I kept looking at it and counting the stitches that I could see and comparing it to the square that's sitting beside it. And I'm like, this is a minimum of 40. Now it's possibly 48 to 52 change. So I tried 58. I looked to see where that lies on my arm, because I'm like, okay, does it go on your arm? Um then I looked to see how far up it goes on my leg, and I'm like, okay, does it go on your leg? So I did 52 because it was yeah, so I did 52, and 52 could go up a bit more on the leg. So I'm like, okay, so this could be a leg warmer, this could be a wrist warmer. Okay, so my brain started to um, gather where this was going, gather where this pattern could take me, like what this is. I like this book. Okay, so now I'm at the next part. So now I have to, I think I go here. Yeah, because it's like specific. 1, 2, 3. It's specific thingies. Specific specific stitches to do in each step. I'm speaking pattern turns. That could be a song. I kind of said it like a melody. I'm speaking pattern turns. I'm speaking pattern turns. I'm speaking pattern turns. I'm thinking fine. I'm trying. Oh, I'm like, oh, I'm making what I've always wanted to make. Oh, wow. You showed me how to make that without telling me what it was? Like, okay, thanks. Like maybe if you had told me it was a leg warmer or a wrist warmer, maybe I wouldn't have made it, but I don't know. She presented it different. Like she just presented it like, and this is a tube. Do as you will with it. I'm like, oh, what am I gonna do with that? Um, Perhaps make it the leg warmers you always wanted, or the wrist warmers you always wanted. You know, the possibilities are endless. So I can start off with that. Like she just presented it as a basic shape, form, structure, and gave it to me like, here you go. And I'm like, oh, well this could be a leg warmer. And then she's like, well, that's up to you to decide, you know. I didn't say that. I just gave you the basics. Here you go. You can create it into whatever you want it because it could be a cow. If you make the chain larger than that within the what's called the four what's it called four four stick the four chain repeat something like that on the diagram. It says like four chain repeat. I think that's what it say. I need some water. Like this is how to make a tube. Now do what you want. Like make what you want. It could be as big or as small as 16 stitches. Like what? Thank you. So like it's not oh a leg warmer or oh a wrist warmer or oh a cow. It's oh here's a basic shape. Now create what you'll have it to be. So that's excellent. Like that's like broader because maybe you if you just had a wrist warmer pattern or a leg warmer pattern, maybe you wouldn't think outside of that. Or a cow pattern, maybe you wouldn't think to shrink the chain outside of the cow pattern. But just to know the basics, you can grow the basics and create whatever you have it to be. So, love it. I'm in the chat and you can say hi to that. Welcome. Let me put that in the chat. Oh, well, as soon as I can spell out welcome without any other letters. Okay, I'm trying to print a E and it's not a W. Okay, there we go. Welcome to the World Wide Web. The World Wide Web. All right. Let's see if I can open my book. I was trying to do like a double screen with my book. I did listen to a little bit of the Jen. I haven't clocked it yet. I'm just listening to it. And I knew I needed to clock it because I guess I could change the date. Like if I don't clock it on the date that I started, then I have to go into settings and change the dates and stuff. Uh, okay. I got my book open. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it looked like about 7 um, stitches high. 7 clusters high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I'm on the last row for my my item to resemble the picture. And then I gotta see what comes next. Like does it I like the seam. The seam is clean. What was I talking about? Uh um oh yeah. Okay, so there's some pictures. See, because I was thinking, and then I was thinking, there's some images in photos that seem like they take up some yarn like that I don't have like I'm trying to think like what yarns am I gonna use for these projects? Okay, like so I do have a project like in progress. I have a kaleidoscope throw that's in progress that's using a lot of different color yarns. I have to create the squares for that. I haven't finished creating all the squares. So I'm like, I might want to get that project done before I dip into my kaleidoscope throw blanket yarn that I have, put to the side for my kaleidoscope blanket throw yarn. Because I kind of feel like I might, you know, reach into the bag of my kaleidoscope throw blanket yarn. I know that's not how it's supposed to go, you know. I'm like, what else? What other yarns am I gonna be using? So I might want to get that yarn safely done and out the way before I go on my yarn torrent and and just pick up any yarn and start yarning up these other shapes. um, this book is incredible. It has some excellent shapes. I've seen, my eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the granny stitch. Okay. I was looking, um, okay, so when I opened up my social media page, I saw like some posts and I saw some different shapes and how they could be put together and create outfits. And I'm like, yes, come on with the granny square shirts. Yes, come on with the shaperies of the tops. You got different shapes for the different for you got the shapes for the tops and the bottoms. Thank you, thank you. Give my creativity a boost. Show me where it can go. Show me what you're working with. Show me what they're working with. Shape it fast. Mm-hmm. So that's that's how I feel. With this okay, so I'm gonna see how this is gonna end off this how this tube is gonna get ended off. I don't know. And I didn't read that far into the pattern because it um I don't know. Like I wanna say it kind of feel like gobbledygook when I read too far into the, but that's not necessarily accurate. Like I am getting there, like it's clearing up the I am get one step at a time, but this is pretty straightforward. The 2 row repeat, I can actually see like what it's talking about and how to change up during each row. So that's cool. Then I get to see that and um see how that's going. But yeah, the back part is kind of flared. So I'm thinking it need to be brought in and it need to be stitched in. Now I think what I would do, I what I know to do, or what I've seen people do when you coming around the bend of a granny stitch is you would do a single crochet around about to bring it on in, stitch it on in. You know how they call it snatch them stitches in. You know, so they can look snatched. I'm thinking that's the way to go. I think that's the bee's knees because it's a bit flared. It's looking like like the likeness of when you um when you bind something on to the knitting needles and then you bind it off with the same size knitting needles and your tension might not have been so loose or maybe it's so loose and then you got these two uneven ends when you knit. Um, okay, I had that problem before. I use like a bigger. I use a bigger knitting needle to bind off now, so both of my ends look the same now. Because for some reason I forget to like um I just go with the flow of the knitting needle. I don't do like the what my knitting teacher taught me. My knitting teacher taught me to not bind off so tight and to bind off a bit loose. So, and since I ignored that part that my knitting teacher taught me, I just use a larger size knitting needle. Um, Other than that, I would have gotten like a smaller size bind off than my cast on. So, this is kind of how this is looking. It's kind of looking a bit flared. That's why I thought it was a bag. Cause I'm like, what is that? When before I became familiar with it, like when it was looking foreign to me, I'm like, what is that? That look like a bag. Cause it looked flared, but that's because it's kind of like squashed. It's kind of like flattened to show the stitches, and the inside kind of looked like a bottom of a bad top, bottom. What? So yeah, I'll look at the pattern to see because I'm coming up at the last of the stitches to see how this is gonna end off this item. Okay, is it just gonna end it off? One, two, three. Is it just gonna end it off with a? Is it just gonna end it off with a join? Because that's what the book is about. The book isn't about single stitches, so I don't know. I hadn't come across a pattern that, well, I hadn't done all of them either. Let me just look. Okay, I joined my yarn. Let's see what the next step is. I could have just looked at the pattern. I'm sitting here looking at the picture to see how many rows. Oh, it say round 3. Oh, the pattern only goes to round 3. Slip, stitch in first chain, space. Huh? Uh-oh. Oh, because this is round 3. I'm on round 7. So it should be the same. Let me look. No. Uh-oh. Let's see. 1, 3, and 7 should have been the same thing. Like all the negative rows should have been the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, that's because I'm about to start row 8. That's why it looked different. Okay, okay. Yeah, it just finished it with a join. Dun, 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 dun. Repeat 2 and 3, second and third rounds to desired length. Add or subtract to create wider or narrower tube. Hey, tubular! I created a tube. Okay. The stacks worked in rounds creates three-dimensional tube growth potential, infinite growth potential, infinite proportion variations. I did it. 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 Now, I'm looking at a few leg warmers, wrist warmers. Now, I don't necessarily have to in this with single stitches. I could make a cuff. I could make a cuff for it. That's what my brain going. My brain going to like I could bring it in with a cuff. I could cuff it. Cuff it. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, okay, okay. All right, all right. Um. So yeah. So right now I have the item. It says you can make it as long as you wish. So um yeah, you could grow onto this. Like you can keep going. You can do whatever you like. So I guess I'm gonna end it here. It's kind of like a bittersweet. Like, oh, I see your potential, but no, 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 no. We're gonna end you here. We're not going off potential alone. Uh. So we're gonna end it right there. And when we're ready to go to the next row or level or what have you, then we can add our yarn to it and keep it going. So, but until then, I've cut my loss. Okay, it don't look so bad. I was talking about how it kind of was looking a bit flared. It does have a bit of a flare, but like when you like block it, because my stuff isn't blocked at the moment, it evens out. So this could even be a headband, whatever you want a tube to be. this is what it can be. So that's amazing. So yeah, it doesn't look like what I was like. It looks good. It looks real good. Um, I'll put it with my other every way with Granny Crochet items, because now I have items out of this book. Like I just knew that's what it was gonna be. Okay, so how many have I done so far? I've done the two that's on this page. I've done the two that was on the rectangle page. No, three. It's three on the rectangle page because it's one in the instructions and then it's two in the pictures. So I did three. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I did the second rectangle. So that's 6. And then I did the other rectangle after that one twice. So 7, 8. And I think that's it. 8. I've done 8 items out of this book so far. Okay. And in how many and how long? Okay, 8 items out of this book in like this week. This week alone. So what? Like I don't know. What's today's date? What's the date? Because it hasn't been long. It hasn't been long at all. 8 items out of this book. I feel like I started this week. Did I start this week? Because like it's only like 3 days in this week. Okay, now we're on day 4. I think I started making the items. I think maybe May 31st, maybe. So maybe yeah. I maybe started May 31st. Um, and I started sharing and posting because I really do enjoy this book, and I'm reading the all the text that uh, that's in this book and enjoying. Um, I want to say the vernacular, the conversation in this book. Um, the book is very pleasant to read. Like the patterns are the patterns, and then but like before the patterns, there's a bit of character within the book. So there's like tubular, okay, like the word tubular, like there's a bit of character there, and then like it's other like quotable sayings in the book that I'm enjoying. Okay, I did say when I got that off the hook, I was going to knit. Okay, so now we knit. Um, where's my knitting needles? Okay, here we go. Knitting is up under my crochet. Okay, here we go. Okay, got my knitting. Oh, I hadn't posted this. My knitting needles um match my yarn. Love it, love it, love it, love it. I don't know made who makes these, and I don't know if Kelly knows either. I think she said she just got them from um wherever she gets stuff from. Um, I hadn't seen these in stores. I hadn't seen any knitting needles like this, but it could be because of my demographics. Because some demographics sell different items than other demographics. So I don't know exactly what these are. Like, they're not the plastic that I have seen. Like the couple of plastic, they're more like acrylic. They feel like they're more like acrylic. But but the acrylics that I had were, what do you call, do you call it opaque when you can see through it? Or no, I guess that would be translucent. But you kind of can't see through it, but you kind of can't. It looks like you could. Mine were like that. These ones are opaque. I don't have my I don't have my acrylics anymore. I mean, I don't have my straight acrylics anymore. I have some some round knitting needles in acrylics, and I do enjoy seeing those colors, those pops of colors, when I'm going to pick out the ones I would like. Um, so yeah, these ones are red. Oh yeah, I was trying to finish what I was saying. Okay, so the plastic ones that I have are like a kind of like a rubbery plastic, and they're plastic from tip to end. Like the ends are plastic. Um, where the number is, where the millimeters are, that's plastic, and the numbers are like engraved into the end. So that's a cool feature of them, that the millimeter is engraved into the plastic. Um, but yeah, they're a bit rubbery, which is fine. Um, but yeah, I'm just noting the difference. These ones are these ones have a metal tip on the ends. Like they could be a company, like, I don't know, and they might have a name. I'm trying to see. If I look closer, maybe I could see a name on it to see if it's a name. But anyways, I like how my knitting needles are matching my crochet. Oh, what? My knitting needles are matching my yarn. They're like, what? What? You said knitting with crochet? What? It's just gonna happen because I'm a knitter and I'm a crocheter. Okay. So the two worlds emerge and meet and marry in merriment. All right. So now I'm crocheting. Let me get back into the chat. Study hall has commenced. After I finish this row, I'll get back into the chat. Hi, how you doing if you're in the chat? My fingernails match my, what's call it? Match my yarn, match my knitting needles. Now the plastic yarns that I have, that's a pink, like a bubblegum pink. So that would be cool to match yarn with that being like a nail polish, match your nail polish with that bubblegum pink. Now the other acrylics that I had, they were like blue or green or yellow or red, um, translucent. They were translucent. Um, I like these because they are not warm to the touch, but not cold either. The birch wood, the birch wood. I haven't used the birch wood in a straight short needle yet. Straight short knitting needles. I have used the birch wood in circular knitting needles, and they feel good. They're not cold. They're like just right. They're the baby bear chair. So the birchwood short straight needles will probably be the bee's knees. This right here, this is bee's knees right here. Now there's no red in the birchwood, I don't think, unless you're getting the. Now there's some like double pointed needles that come in several different colors that are like mm, mouth watering. Like there's the peacock color, there's or I should say the peacock color set, and those are like the reds and the yellows and browns and blues and maybe even purple in there. I'm not exactly sure. I hadn't seen them in a while. And then you have the turquoise set, that are like a greenish sea foam. Like it has like turquoise and sea foam, and then you got the browns. So you got different set colors in the double pointed needle. So if you were, I guess, making what it takes to make those, to utilize those double pointed needles, then you could have fun with those colors. So these are quieter than the gold metal, gold metal knitting knitting needles that I was using. Two combinations wanted to come out of my vocabulary when I was speaking about those knitting needles. One of them, let's see if I can recall it. Crochet needles. That was one, and then the next one that wanted to come out was knitting hooks. When I was describing the knitting needles. And like I mentioned the other day, there were some glass ones. I was looking a long, long ago, and I saw some beautiful glass. It said glass. Um, some beautifully painted glass um, knitting needles that were on my list. Like they were in my cart. And I didn't see anybody that had them. I didn't. Like out of all the groups, like maybe I missed that they did or that they do have them. And maybe they don't use them. I don't know. But yeah, not too many people had the birch. Out of all the people, I hadn't heard it. Too many people. I know Dana from Creatively Creative Crochet. She has a set of long straight needles. A set of long straight knitting needles. I was looking at the shorter ones because at the moment I am creating shorter projects. You got your short ones, you got your long ones, you got your round ones. You got your crochet shookawookers. You got your crochet hooks. Well, I got my crochet hooks. I got my crochet my birch. I got my crochet birch uh hooks that I do enjoy. These ones are very quiet. Like it just has like maybe a little bit of jingle from the metal on the bottom. I guess if you're looking for a quiet hook, these are the ones. They're smooth. They are smooth. And the tip is blunt. So you're not gonna have that too much of that pokey sensation. I mean, it's there. It's just not gonna be as sharp of a poke. You might need to use your finger guards depending on how long you're going to be knitting. Might not have to use both of them. Just maybe the on the finger that you're throwing the yarn with, you might want to put your finger protector on, or not push so hard. That is an option. Love it. So I'm liking these. Very smooth. Very smooth, stylish um, crochet hook. What? Knitting needles, I meant. I'm liking the stylish knitting needles here. My yarn is a red. My nails are a red. And my knitting needles are red. We could keep going. My lip stain is red. My hair color red. My outfit is red. My shoes is red. My bag is red. Now I do have some pretty um I don't think I have this size though. Like I have a couple of Susan Bates. They are so pretty. So pretty. Like I have a red and Susan Bates knitting needles. However, they're metal. They're metal. So they are, I would consider them to be cold. I'm not touching them at the moment, but yeah, they're metal. Um, they pretty though. Like the red ones I have they are so pretty. They so pretty. And then I have another one. I think it's kind of like a pinkish. Okay, so they're like kind of like metallic. The Susan Bate needles that I have, they're kind of like metallic, kind of like a rainbowish, kind of I don't know, like a spectrum undertone with one of them, the pink one. I think I got a pink one and a gray one, a gray set. Um, I think those are the only three of hers that I have. And the tips where the millimeters are I think they're wooden. I think that's a wood tip. So that's like, oh, love it. So yeah, I got a couple of, of yeah, a couple of Susan Bates to see how they knit up. But they're in a different size. I think I think the reds are a 5'5", I think. I'm not exactly sure at the moment. I did just not too long ago look at them, like maybe last week or the week before. Um, and then the kind of pink gray ones, they would be considered like a bulky. So what makes the birch cool? What I find that makes the birch cool is that it's not just wood, it's not just made of wood, it's laminated so that it's smooth. It has a smooth uh, flow to it with the yarn. So that's where the lamination comes in, making the wood smooth versus grippy. Because a lot of people they probably are using wood because it's less slippery or it's less slippery. But with the birch, you're getting like the lamination that makes it smooth, so it can act, be more swifter, like and likeness to the metal. That's my perspective. But yeah, the stats say that it's laminated for the smooth surface. Knitting and knitting and knitting and knitting. That's what I am doing. Knitting and knitting and knitting. Knitted a few rows. Okay, so I was looking for something to watch yesterday while I was crocheting my tubular tube, and I saw that Jingle Jangle had a new thumbnail. So I clicked on it because I do enjoy it. I feel like it's one of my favorite musicals. Uh, so clicked on it and thought that it went well. Uh-oh. Oh, I hope I didn't. Okay, I'm talking and knitting might not be excellent for me. So, yeah, so I started watching it and the songs began to ring out, and the square root of Impossible, and I just thought that it went well with the this book that's on the screen. It paired well, um, because at the moment I was at the beginning of the tubular tube, calculating how many chain stitches I was going to do to create the tube in the photo. And she was talking about the square root, and finally I see. And watch me remove all of my obstacles. She was just going, and I just felt like it just paired well with the tangling, untangling that I was attempting, and the estimations and guesstimations I was doing while counting these stitches and figuring out that I would do 52 stitches while that song was playing. It paired so well that the square root of impossible is me. I just I just was enjoying it. And then so I enjoyed that for a bit. Um and I turned it off. I didn't watch all of it this go round. I turned it off after shortly after um I want to say Ghost Dog. Shortly after Jingle Jangle, what's his name? Jared. That's what the mail lady calls him. Jared. Um Geronicus. Shortly after he didn't believe and he walked off, I turned off the movie. Um and looked for I checked out some playlists and tried to get jiggy with some playlists. Um, what did I wind up listening to? Oh, I wound up listening. I think his name is Eddie Williams Jr. I wound up listening to his songs and enjoying his songs after I had tried a couple of playlists before that and enjoyed his playlist. One of the playlists I attempted to listen to yesterday was the My Funny Demon Valentine playlist. Another one was like New You playlist, and then another one was the Fourth Wing playlist, and yeah, so listen to a bit of great music while I was tubing the tube, tubing the tubular tube. What's gonna be my next square? What's gonna be my next thingy out of the book? Uh, I don't know. My yarn that I'm working on is dwindling just a bit. So that's why I'm like, looking at other yarns like, are you in a project? Come here. I'm like Scorpion with these yarns. Get over here. Watch me remove all my. And that other song before that, that's a how they say, that's a bop too. Um I won't give in, cause the thing that you, cause what you say, cause the thing that you do might be the day that you win. I don't know the words to that song, but that's a cool song too. All my life I waited for this day. So yeah, that duo is a excellent song as well that I was listening to while I was granny stitching my tubular tube. Granny surfing the tubular tube. And all my life I waited for this. Okay. Just humming that right there. It's Jared. Okay. What will I do next? Hmm. Cause see, that might have me dipping in some yarn. That's why I mentioned the like if I because I have a bag of yarn like specifically for the throw that I'm looking at. And this and then I do have some yarn that I was putting aside for like coasters and mats. So like I got yarns for specifics stuff. Oh, that's this needs to come. These days. My yarn is specifics. My yarn has specifics. Ooh wee. And I just thought I was like I had in mind to do another one of these jackets. Seems like the knitting part is the longest part so far, which is fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's just what it is. It's just what it be like at the moment. So yeah, this part, it's cool that this part is like the finishing touches. Now I guess like the knitters who knitted the knitted version, the knitters who knitted the knitted version, um, maybe they go faster in knitting, perhaps, which is fine. Everybody go at their own pace. I'm in my own lane. Uh, so yeah, like I think I would do this method with the second coat as well, the second jacket as well, just because I it looks this like a it looks like a slip stitch back loop join to me, and me and that crochet hook with that slip stitch back loop join, we on we not we're not for each other at the moment. So um, I create the garter stitch because me and the garter stitch is like this, like we like each other. Um, we go together. Me and the garter stitch. Me and the garter stitch go together. So yeah, the back loop slips not the back loop slip. Yeah, that stitch right there. Yeah, we don't go together. But the garter stitch and we go well together. So I do the garter stitch, and I would do the garter stitch with the second jacket as well, because this is it's a skill I like and know how to do. I know how to do it. I like how it looks and feels. So I would incorporate it with the second jacket as well. And it's just consistent. Just be consistent, and it'll get completed. The steps are doable. Just consistently do the steps. Here's one of the steps here is creating the neckband, because I got a couple of the other bands done. I got the body band done. I got the cuffs done. Now here I am on the neckband, getting done. It's not done yet, but it's getting there. It's some progress. So it can get done. Like I got the other ones done. I got the body band. I think the body band is the biggest band to have done. And then the neckband is like the next to the biggest. And then the buttonholes are gonna be more on the smaller side. So like with every step, it's like less and less to do. My best is yet to come, 'cause all my life I waited for this day. Okay, I like that. I like the musical. Don't be afraid. Okay. So yeah, with each step is just it's less and less to do. I got less and less to do. Create this neckband. This is what is on the agenda for this present moment mode. I may have to incorporate this into my day. I might have to, because the body band, I worked on it a bit during the day as well as the study hall a bit. So I may have to, um, and since I don't, and since I gotta look more into like more yarn and finish my kaleidoscope throw before I reach for it, the yarn. I'll probably be working on this tomorrow or next later on today. I'll be working on this knitting tomorrow. Unless I have some yarn, I can create the. No, I really. that heart might be on my mind, and I might have some yarn to create that heart with. I'm thinking. I've been thinking. And it's so many different variations color wise. Now, if I go to the 101 crochet square book, there's another square in there. I know I have some yarn, at least to start the next square in that book that I would like to create. So I could crochet that up. But yeah, probably today is gonna be a knitting day. A knitting day, knitting day, knitting day, knitting day, knitting day, knitting day, knitting day. A knitting day. Then I know it's all I need. In other news, I don't even want to talk about it because I don't know. Um, okay, so what I will say is just the other day, I watched The Last Dragon. How about that? I'll just say that. So I watched and enjoyed The Last Dragon just the other day. Like, that movie has a good rotation for me for a bit. Like, and I'll go, like, I'll. Not recently, but a few years ago, I would watch that movie back to back, to back to back, to back to back, to back to back, to back to back. Like, it went off, I turned it back on. It went off, I turned it back on. It went off, I turned it back on. Like, but yeah, I haven't done that too recently. I did watch it and I did turn it back on, but like the next day. And I didn't finish it the next day either. Um, the soundtrack is excellent. I have listened to the soundtrack, but it's been a couple of years since I listened to it like straight out by itself. But yeah, watching the movie, I enjoy that movie. Like it's the first time. At least the second time. I watch it like it's the second time I've seen that movie. Like, oh my goodness. It is so good. Like from from everybody to the just okay, so when it comes on, and I think his name is Jack, whoever giving the message from Arcadian, ugh, like what an opportune time to speak to her about having his video play. Like, you couldn't do this during like office hours. Like, you just had to run up on her while she getting ready for a show. Like, how professional. Like, ugh. and he didn't even give her the invitation. He told her, play this video. And Mr. Arcadian, he was like, invited her to dinner. I didn't hear Jack tell her she was invited to dinner. He was like, you gotta play this video. You gotta play this video. And she like, what is you talking about? Why you out of breath, boy? Like, calm down. I do not have this craziness in her life, she says. So, yeah, the dude that gave the message was the one that mixed up the messaging. Like, he the one did all this tail spinning with how he presented uh the situation. He didn't even say who what when where, like he didn't give the information for the invitation or nothing. Like, so, and he calls Mr. Arcadian, and Mr. Arcadian, he was like, hey, he was all high spirited. So I'm like, okay, Jack, like you could have waited and talked to her in like a calmer setting. Like, she didn't say no. She said not now. She said she was booked for like a couple of months. So he would have had to have his video played like in like 4 months or so. but he ran back and was like, she said no. And then so Mr. Arcadian, he thinking, cause how he said, he was like, nobody turns down the invitation in a minute, Arcadian. And so I'm like, she didn't even get the invitation. Like Jack didn't even mention nothing about no invitation. And then so so he mad. She don't know what's going on. And so she get so that and then the movie ensues, like with everything in between. And so even when he go to pick her up after that show, that same night, I think that was that same night that Jack went back to Arcadian and was like, she said no. And so he go to pick her up and she was like, hey Sam, how's your night? And then dude was like, Sal had to take a night off and you just sit back and boo boo boo. Like even then, nobody introduced her to what do you call it? Mr. Arcadian. And was like, hey, Mr. Arcadian wanna invite you to dinner and we're gonna take you to dinner. It's like it was more like scary than an invitation. Like she like, ah. Now had he okay, but whatever. I ain't gonna tell him how to do his job. So yeah. So if it yeah. So so she gets rescued by I used to know his real name. I think it's like Tahine. I think I said that right. Is it Tahine? Tahir? It's something Thai. Or yeah, it's something Thai. I used to know his real name. It's somewhere in Monoghan. It's Tahir, Tahir, or Tahine, or Tate. No, it's not Tate. It's Thai. I think it's Ty something. She gets rescued by him and like fortunate because when she comes out, they have like this eye to eye contact, and it's a wonder he's there in the first place. And then in the second place, it's a wonder he don't know who she is in the third place because when he see her after Ricky knows who he is, and Ricky was down there probably because Ricky go down there, so maybe Ty was down there. Oh, I should say Leon. No, Leroy. Leroy was down there maybe because Ricky was down there. So how he don't know who she is? But whatever. That's just me seeing it, and for like I don't know the umpteenth time. Um, but I enjoy it all the same. So yeah, he down there. Ricky go down there. Ricky live down there. Like Rick, that's his second home probably. Ricky go down there. He down there. Nah, we don't see Ricky then, but we see him like he there. Um. So then, she get rescued, and he drops his medallion, and so he see her on TV like for the first time it seems, and he like I would like to see her, but he only would like to see her because he think or she got his medallion or she might know what about it at or that's the last time he saw his medallion is with her. So that's why he would like to see her. Like he really wasn't even checking for her. He wanted to see if she knew what his medallion was. Like you got my metal thing, and peace out to you. But yeah, when she needed help, boy, that was her spirit guide right there. He was her spirit guide for real, because anytime she needed help, he was already there ready to help her. Like boy, if there was ever like a depiction of a spirit guide, that was it right there. Like anytime help, he was right there. And he knew how to get to her too. Oh, love it. So yeah, he like and then for her to ask him would he be her bodyguard, it's kind of like redundant. Like he already is. But I guess she didn't want to assume. So she asked and he said no. But I mean, he was doing it already. Like he was already her bodyguard. Like he already guarding your body, girl. Like anytime you yell, like you might as well had the yell smoke screen sound come out your mouth like a cartoon character, because he was already on it. He was on the case. I was like, he already your bodyguard, girl. Like, but yeah, I guess maybe she wanted to put him on the payroll, uh, for bodyguard, because he was already doing the work. He already put that work in, and but yeah, when she came at him like specifically as not to assume, he was like, I cannot do it. Because he had prior engagements. Like he had a mission. He was on a mission. You're like, look, shit. Like I helped you, but I got my own thing to deal with right now. So whatever you talking, you can talk. Talk that noise to somebody else. Like I ain't really feeling all that noise, girl. But he helped her. He did help her. Like if it's like nothing said, he was helping her. But when words were spoken, specifically, he was like, I cannot help you. Like, I'm on my own mission, girl. Like, I just can't. But he was there. Unspokenly. He was already there. He was helping her. Yeah, he was like, I can't do it now. Just like she said to Arcadian, she couldn't do it now. He was like, I can't do it now. He on a mission. So yeah, they both said the same thing to their folks. He's like, you can't do it now. She couldn't do it now. He had to wait. But yeah, at the same time, he was having a now with what he call himself, the Arcadian. What he call himself, the video game king. I'm like, well, why don't you have your videos played in your own establishment, sir? Like, she the only outlet. Like, you 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 need her platform, huh? You being the king, you ain't got your own platform, sir. Like, just put your videos on in your arcade in your arcades. But you probably can't, because your arcade is probably for children. and her platform for children too, but you want her to use her platform to play your little dirty stuff, and you don't even want to play your own little dirty stuff on your own platform. That's what that is. I was just waiting for that dinner, boy. You tell me something. I was gonna let you go down and order the car. I was like, I'm just waiting on this dinner scene, boy. They keep talking about this dinner scene and how he was gonna take her out and let her out of the car. And they ain't never get the dinner. I'm feeling that girl. I was like, she was like, I'm hungry. I'm like, I know, girl, y'all ain't gonna have no dinner scene. I said, I guess not. They gonna keep it simple. Cause the dinner scene, it can't be moving stuff around too much in the dinner scene. So I think they ordered takeout. Cause I think that's what they said when when I want to say Ty when Leroy opened the door, they were like, "Who ordered takeout?" I think that's what they said. I don't know. It's like, who ordered the takeout or something like that. And he went the what side all over they tails, and they didn't want to get him because they knew who he was. And Arcadia, and he was like, "Get in there, get him!" And they looking like, remember them 20 black guys with chains and bats we were talking about? Well, that's him right there. That's how they was looking. They just didn't say it. So Arcadia didn't get it. I don't think Arcadia got it. But but I got it. I was like, yeah, they tried to say that's the 20 black guy they were talking about. That's him. Oh goodness. Arcadia was like, cause Arcadia was none the wiser. Cause they came in with this wild tale. I was like, see, that's how they get folks messed up. And folks ain't had nothing to do with it. It was only one dude. He was like, they were like, yeah, that's him right there. And then unspokenly, and R. Kenny was like, what you talking about? I thought you said it was 20 guys. Get in there, get them. And they like, uh he beat our tails the first time we went with him. We went at him like, shoot, they remembering that butt whooping. They like, shit, he want us to do what now? They were considering resigning right then. And then they thought about it, but then they was like, yeah, let me get in there. They sure thought about it for a quick second. They sure thought about resigning right then and there. For a split second, they were like, oh, dang, like, shoot, here you go. Love it, love it, love it. Today he's saying hot head needs cool water. I don't know how cool that water was because it was bubbling. That water looked warm. I don't know. But yeah, he got cooled off. And I like her response. Oh, Abby, you're all wet. Like, yes, he is, girl. Yes, he is. And she trying to wring out his tie. I'm like, yeah, bring the tie out. Yeah. Let's see. She like, oh, Abby, you're all wet. Something like that. Oh, hilarious. And boy, he almost made her face in the roast beef. What do you call it? What do you call that? Ground beef. Boy, he almost tenderized her face, boy. Oh my goodness. Like, oh my goodness. Like, he almost tenderized her face. You hear me? He almost tenderized it. Like, he almost made her face in the ground beef. And she like, and he like, oh, excuse me, miss. And she like, and I was like, ooh, girl, like, boo, you ain't squat down enough, boy. But he caught himself. He caught himself. Boy, he got a keen eye, boy, because he sure caught himself. Is his name Mac? Yep. Ah, I knew it. I knew it. I knew his name was Tommy. Okay. I knew it was in my brain somewhere. It's his birthday this month. You got a birthday coming up in June. So you got a birthday this month. When you reach that upper level, your mind, but it's so big. Okay. Time out. Time out. Time out. Gariello. He gives his Wikipedia give a date in June for his birth and a year known. Let me see what this mononymously known mononymously as Timac. Oh, it has a pronunciation here. Timac, 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 Timac is an American actor, martial artist and stuntman known for his lead role as Leroy Green, Bruce Leroy, in the 1985 martial arts film The Last Dragon. Okay, I'm gonna get back into the chat. Okay, so yeah, they kind of like that the scene with the when Shona goes to the restaurant. He kind of like he don't know that the daddy got the restaurant. Like that's his first time coming up in the restaurant. It's like I guess he does say it. So I'm kind of like it kind of went over my head all them many moons that I have watched it, and then like this previous moon that I watched it just this recent time. I guess I'm just not grasping what's happening. So Leroy, I mean, sure enough, he was out of town, and so he said he back. So he come back. Now he's staking his claim as the Shogun of Harlem, but he been gone because he didn't even know that that was Leroy's spot. Um, with his father, Daddy Green's Pizza. You know, he ain't even know to direct his pizza to Daddy Green's Pizza. Like, how come you ain't eating at Daddy Green's Pizza parlor, huh? Like, for real. You must be an out of towner. If you not eating at Daddy Green's Pizza, you ain't directed your pizza till now to Daddy Green's Pizza. So yeah, sure enough is an out of towner. Maybe he was there and then he left before Daddy Green, but Daddy Green been had that restaurant. Like he been established. So sure enough just showing up, he hearing about Leroy and how he's the what he say? The what's up of the town. So yeah, like sure enough coming in, he hearing about Leroy, but he don't know about Leroy. So he checking for Leroy because he wanna stake his claim in Harlem with his fame that he's acquired. So he trying to bring in his fame. Like Leroy already there. Leroy established. You know, his father got a pizza parlor. And so sure enough is coming into town like a showdown. Like he want a showdown with Leroy. Like he coming into town rooting and tooting with his bad shooting boys, and he wants to take down the big gun of the town so that he can be the one standing. So that's going on. I didn't realize that till now. I didn't realize that till now. I thought this time watching that movie. So sure enough, he kind of come in there like a western. You know, where is this Leroy dude? You know, he come in like a western, and Daddy Green Pizza is like a saloon that he's stepping in, and he's questioning where's Leroy, and I like because Shonuff didn't know, like he could have been blown off, like the daddy could have been like, "Oh, well, you got the wrong place," because the daddy say, "Well, I'm Leroy Green," and then so sure enough, like, "Nah, I'm talking about this old skinny. What he say? String bean dude who thinks he's a martial artist." And then the daddy could have been like, but the daddy was like, "Oh, you talking about Junior?" And then sure enough, everyone like, "Yeah, Junior." I love it. I love it. I love it. And then so, so sure enough, like, "Yeah, you tell Junior that we was here," and something like, when we got here and we didn't hear about him, we didn't see him here. We was all broken up. Like, love it. And then so the mama like, like she defending her turf. The daddy like, "I got it, I got this, I got this, I got this." So that's so cool. I like that the daddy was like, I got this, baby, I got this." Like, the mama was ready, but the daddy was like, "I got this, let me handle it." And so the daddy was handling it, and then so mayhem ensues, and then, like, I want to say time out. Leroy gets there like just after they gone, and I'm like, when I watch it, I'm like, if he was there, if he had got there like a second sooner, then he would have caught them in the act. But he gets there when they leaving, and every time I watch that, I almost feel like, like, come on, Leon. I mean, Leroy. So he can get there on time, but so yeah, he get there, but I guess that's cool because I don't guess his family want to see him doing all that. So whatever. Um, so he get there when they leaving, and they break the door, and I'm like, you was that far away that you didn't see them break the door before they got in the car? What, you was like rounding the corner or something? So whatever. Maybe he was rounding the corner. And so he gets there and sees the devastation, and boy, oh my goodness. Mm-mm. And he goes and he's thinking like what his brother says carries weight with him. So he goes and says his affirmations and really focuses his thoughts, really, because his thoughts could be anywhere. But he chooses to focus his thoughts on what he where he would like his thoughts to go. So he focuses his thoughts on where he would like his thoughts to go, which is the mantra. And then he sits and meditates. And I don't know how long he was sitting there. It don't seem like he was sitting there long. He could have been sitting there long. He could have just sat down. And then here come Laura Charles. I think her name Laura Charles. And she like, "If this is a bad time, I'll leave, I'll come back." And then he like, it's obvious it's a bad time, but she just keep on coming in and keep on trying to talk to him. It's obviously not the right time. And it's obvious that you should come back. But she act like she would go leave, but she was like, she knows she ain't finna leave. So she just kept on coming inside of the dojo. instead of leaving, knowing it was a bad time, and then asking him about that. And I just thought it was funny. Like she was like, "I'll come back if you want." Like, girl, you already stepping inside, and each step she's stepping closer and closer inside. So she was not leaving. And like, but yeah, like she was like, "Is this a bad time? I'll come back." And she was like, "Yes, it is a bad time, but you already stepping in here, so she, I'm coming in anyway." I mixed what's his name? Lavelle Crawford's joke. One of Lavelle Crawford's jokes in there. It's a character in one of his jokes that says, "I'm coming in anyway." And that's how she was. She was like, "Is this bedtime? I'll leave if it's a bad time." And then she like, "I'm coming in anyway." Yeah, I'm coming in anyway. That wasn't implied. I mean, that wasn't said, but it was implied. Like, I'm coming in anyway. She's like, "Is this a bad time? I'll come back. I'm coming in anyway." So yeah, I just watched that. I just watched The Last Dragon, like, I don't know, 2 days ago, 2025. For the umpteenth time. Or I don't know, maybe I should, but I don't for the first time, because like it's some stuff like, I don't know, like it's I guess I could continue to count how many times I watched this. Um, movie is enjoyable. It's beautiful. It's encouraging. It's inspiring. It's hopeful. It's thrilling. I, it might be even one of a kind. I think it is. I think it's one of a kind. right, getting some length on this this neckband. Stretched, it's about uh, maybe 4 squares. Maybe, maybe about 4 squares. Maybe. Got a ways to go though. Because I am taking my neck hole from my neck band from the bottom of the jacket to the top and around the neck, and then up just above the first buttonhole. I think that's where I'm going with this. Then after that, all the other ones are going to be shorter, following each buttonhole, going down to the bottom of the other side. So yeah, after this last watch, or this most recent watch of The Last Dragon, I'm grasping the storyline. For some reason, I thought Shonuff was in the same town as Leroy. He just was on his own side of the town. But that is not what's being said. He's saying, because I really wasn't listening to what I get the storyline or what was coming, the words that are coming out of his mouth. I wasn't listening. I was hearing it, but I wasn't listening. I was listening, but I wasn't hearing it. Whichever one. Because this latest time that I watched the movie, I actually realized like he is actually coming from out of town. Even though he's like, I'm the baddest mofo low down and around this town, he coming from out of town. See, I thought because I didn't grasp what he was saying at the beginning, because he like, the Shogun is back. So he's been gone for a while. So, but he says he's back and he's the Shogun of Harlem. But yeah, he's been gone a long time. So like I'm just now grasping that he's been gone a long time and he's back. So he done went somewhere and learned what he learned. And now he's back to apply what he's learned. Okay. He said he finna apply these hands. He said you got some real in these hands. So He done been gone a long time because he didn't know about Daddy Green's pizza. He didn't know who Daddy Green was. He didn't know who Leroy Green was. The father. He didn't know about the pizza place. Now I don't know. Maybe he don't eat pizza. I don't know. But Leroy Green seemed like he would make seemed like that pizza parlor would have healthy pizza because I think it I think it was bean sprouts on that pizza that God, I still want to say Timac that Timac had to deliver to the master. Um, so Daddy Green's Pizza Parlor is a healthy pizza place. So yeah, I'm just not grasping the storyline of Shonuff and how long he's been away and him coming back to like a Western root and toot environment and wanting to doing the Leroy Green that he's heard about in these parts of town. Cause that's what that seemed like now that I done grasped the now that I done grasped the storyline. He coming in and he wants to get rid of the it's like a western. It's just like a western. Like he want a showdown. Who he's heard is 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 the head of all these parts, and I'm gonna have to watch it again to watch it with this brand new grasp of the storyline because I didn't see it like that till now. That it's a showdown. It's a western showdown on his part, on Shonuff's part. Uh, so yeah, I see it as a western now with in that part, like he's coming through the saloon doors, asking the locals about Leroy Green, and the daddy like, well, I'm Leroy Green, and he's like, I'm talking about a skinny, scrawny green bean who think he's the uh he goes into his spiel, and then daddy was like, with his reply. So yeah, I'll be watching it probably later on today to watch it with this brand new grasp that I've discovered and enjoy it. I would like to see her. Okay, so it hasn't been that long that I've been knitting, but I will be closing this live stream in like about 9 minutes. Steady knitting. Got a ways to go. So in about 9 minutes, I'm going to put on the thanks for watching. Um, and the TTFN friends in the chat. And then I'll probably put on The Last Dragon. Yeah. And continue my knitting during The Last Dragon. Okay, we got 4 more minutes. 4 more minutes. I'm gonna continue knitting till that 4 minutes is up. Shout out to Kelly from I Bring It Every Day for supplying me with these knitting needles. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, 3 minutes. Okay. 2 minutes, 2 minutes. Let's see if I can get a row done in 2 minutes. And then I'll put the screen on and then put, uh-oh, did I split my yarn? I might have put the TTFN in the chat. I'm gonna see if Jingle Jangle has a soundtrack that I can listen to. Okay, did the row. Okay, I did it. I did it. Bonissimo. Check out the Every Way with Granny Crochet. It's my new